Hi guys, guess what guess what? The Gerakan Deputy President, the Gerakan number 2 his name is, let me get this right, it's Oh Tong Keong. I said the darndest thing about past recently this is what O said. O said this this is what he said. We may have one or two differing views, but that does not affect our cooperation in facing our common enemy, which is the PHBN government. What's more important is that taking over Putrajaya is our shared goal in PN, so we must focus all our energy and effort towards this instead of squabbling. Now, this is what O said about PAS. I find this to be such a humiliating thing for the Gerakan number 2 to say to PAS, because PAS has insulted Gerakan not once, not twice, but again and again. PAS looks like it's enjoying it. The most recent occasion where it insulted Gerakan was at PAS's Muktamar just a few weeks ago, where it engineered an insult to Gerakan's president Dominic Lau, which was a guest at the PAS's Muktamar, in the most public and humiliating way possible. They made sure that everybody heard it, and in response to its insult, O is treating PAS like PAS is its best friend forever. I don't know what to say about this. If O was a bodhisattva, then sure, what he's doing is admirable. Bodhisattva, like I don't know, Guanyin or something, who is like filled with compassion, got no ill will towards anybody. Then sure, what bodhisattva, what O here is doing is admirable. But considering that O is unlikely to be a bodhisattva, he's just a politician that should rightfully aim for such worldly things like power, position, authority. What O is doing, for the lack of any better word, is pathetic. It's pathetic. What is Gerakan doing with PAS in the first place? Let us talk about the elephant in the room. What is Gerakan doing with PAS in the first place? Gerakan being with PAS is like a goat standing together with a python because it is angry that a lamb is grazing in its field. Whatever the goat's problem with the lamb, at most it will just lose a little bit of grass. But on the other hand, if it stands with the python, it not only does it look pathetic, it will look pathetic because it looks like you don't know who you are. You are a goat. What are you doing standing with a python? It is also only a matter of time before it becomes the python's next meal. Now, MCA looks like it's going to leave the unity government soon and perhaps join PAS. That is what MCA has been signaling. Is dissatisfied with the unity government, is going to chow, it's going to enter the Pakatan National, it's going to join PAS. MCA has been hinting about this. Now, this is the most fortunate turn of event for Gerakan because it gives Gerakan the perfect excuse to leave PAS and join the unity government. Try to join the unity government. Let me tell you why I think that Gerakan should leave Pakatan National, PAS especially, and join the unity government. I'll say this because Gerakan seems to be confused about who it is. So I will tell Gerakan who it is. This is who Gerakan is. One, Gerakan is a Chinese party, or more specifically, it's a multiracial party with Chinese characteristics. This is number one. Number two, as a category, Gerakan belongs with MCA and DAP. This is the if you break our political parties into grouping, Gerakan belongs in this grouping. Thirdly, in terms of position, Gerakan is the lowest ranking Chinese or Chinese-inspired Malaysian party behind MCA and behind DAP. DAP is very in front. MCA and Gerakan is far behind, but Gerakan is still behind MCA. So Gerakan is the lowest ranking Chinese or Chinese-inspired party in Malaysia. Being who it is, what Gerakan should be trying to do is join a multiracial coalition like PH and try to move up the ranking from the third place or the lowest ranking Chinese inspired party in Malaysia to become the second place by overtaking MCA lah, yeah. It can do this if it stops being the lackey of PAS, joins PH, and attacks MCA once MCA decides to join PN lah, and becomes the lackey of PAS. So DAP is currently in a very high position. It's basically a part of the ruling government lah. So it can't continue to attack MCA, it can't continue to attack PAS. That will make it look very undignified lah, yeah. So DAP will probably be interested to subcontract its role of attacking the opposition, especially PAS, and also its another opponent, which is MCA, to Gerakan lah, yeah. If Gerakan takes that role that DAP subcontracts to it, DAP might even grudgingly accept Gerakan's position in PH. Gerakan and Gerakan and DAP might be rival, but if Gerakan takes this subcontract job to attack MCA, to attack DAP, then DAP might go like, you know what, you might be my rival, but what the heck, I'll accept you within this fold anyway, yeah, because you're useful. And it might accept Gerakan to the point that it might even give Gerakan leaders some position in the government to platform it better so that it will be able to attack MCA, to attack PAS more effectively. If Gerakan has one, maybe two deputy ministers, and it does well in attacking MCA and PAS, it might even win the heart and mind of the Chinese electorate, maybe even the Indians, maybe even the Malays, especially the PH inclined Malays. And if it does so, if it succeeds in winning their heart and minds, then it might even be able to eat into DAP's market and challenge DAP as the top Chinese or Chinese inspired multiracial party in the country lah. Now, just to be clear, I don't think Gerakan is in any position to challenge DAP's dominance among the Chinese anytime soon lah. Might be, maybe in the future, 5 years, 6 years down the road, maybe. But in the foreseeable future, I don't see it lah. If Lim Guan Eng does not end up in jail because of the tunnel gate, maybe Gerakan should also try to court Lim Guan Eng to its side so that it will be better able to challenge DAP in the future. But even if it courts people like Lim Guan Eng, Ronnie Liu, people, these are DAP leaders and stalwarts who are currently upset with DAP, so they might be interested to join Gerakan, yeah. But I don't think it will be able to challenge DAP anytime soon, like even if it gets Lim Guan Eng, people like Lim Guan Eng or Ronnie Liu in its fold. But challenging and triumphing over MCA is certainly doable. To go to number 1, I don't see it. But to go to number 2, from number 3 Gerakan to go to number 2, I think it's definitely doable. And that is the legitimate, rightful, good aim for Gerakan to have. PH has a problem today. DAP is seen to be too dominant, and thus Anwar will keep being weakened, challenged by the perception that is dependent on DAP, which in turn is will make it difficult for him to court the Malay support lah. Now, if Gerakan joins PH, provides an alternative to DAP, then it will give Anwar some breathing space and not be seen to be too dependent on DAP for the support of the Chinese. There are a lot of tangible, practical reasons as to why Gerakan should leave PN and join PH. I just told you some of it. I mean, that's the crux of it, which is great, which is all the reason that Gerakan needs to leave PAS and join Pakatan Harapan. But forgetting these tangible and practical reasons, Gerakan should probably just leave PN and join PH just as a matter of dignity, just as a matter of self-respect. How many times are you going to let PAS spit on your face and you are just going to wipe it off like it is rainwater? How many times are you going to do this? Isn't this so humiliating? Gerakan is actually one of the grandfathers of the multiracial parties in Malaysia. The grandfathers. It is arguably the oldest multiracial party in the country. I don't know whether DAP or Gerakan is older, but it's possible that Gerakan might be older. It was a multiracial party even before PKR was born. Even before PKR existed, Gerakan was already a multiracial party. What the heck is the grandfather of multiracial party doing in PN? At some point, Gerakan needs to stop acting like it's a desperate loser and pick whatever falls off the table just in order to not starve or just to survive. At some point, Gerakan needs to remember who it is. It is the party of Lim Chong Yu. It is the party of Sheikh Hussein Alatas. It belongs to lions, and lions don't eat grass even when they starve. Gerakan's salvation will only come when it remembers who it is and resolves to be who it is, even if it has to die because of it, rather than reduce itself into this pathetic something that is not who it is. By kowtowing to parties that champion racial and religious politics, even at the expense of betraying its multiracial and egalitarian roots just to survive, just for the sake of survival. How pathetic. What is the point of living like this? What is the point of living like this if you're stripped off of any shred of dignity and self-respect? What's the point of having this sort of life? What's the point of having this sort of existence? Isn't it just better to die? If worst comes to worst, isn't it better to just die, just dissolve Gerakan, than to live in such a humiliating terms? And the irony is this, there is actually a good chance that Gerakan might not even have to die when it leaves PN and joins PH. It might actually thrive. So it's not only the height of humiliation, it's actually the height of stupidity for Gerakan to continue to affirm its loyalty and friendship with past that only has contempt and disdain for it. And it's not afraid to show it in the most public and humiliating way possible every chance it gets, and call PH the enemy instead of trying to find a way to court PH and dump past at the earliest possible convenience. This is the height of stupidity for Gerakan. I don't know what is Gerakan thinking. I don't know. Anyway, this is all that I have for you in this episode. Guys, I shall leave you as always with the wishes. Stay safe, have a good day. I'll see you again in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.